to another video. We're going to be showing a little bit more of our Hexblast miner. Now we are playing a Saboteur, and it turns out this is a really fun and cool build. Now the first thoughts I had when I started a Trapper was, how would mapping be? Turns out mapping is not that bad. It's actually pretty good, pretty quick, and you pretty much clear the entire screen with the AoE effect of the Hexblast. And essentially how this works is your scatter bots apply hexes, and then you got your curse on hit, and yeah, enemies go boom. So let's take a look at some of our gear here. This is some of the gears I've collected so far. Still got to get some rolls for the implicits. Same here. But yeah, the gear is pretty cheap. The only thing I would say that's probably the most expensive is this here, the dagger, and this one divine, and this was 3 divines. For the helmet, I actually made the helmet myself. I just bought a shaper helmet and got a pretty decent roll. It's not the best roll for damage, but it has area effect, hypothermia, lots of life, lots of intellect, and yeah, it's overall a decent helmet for what I'm doing. And yeah, our traps are basically doing over 1 million damage per mine, and when you stack up like 20 mines, that's a lot of damage, and you pretty much just detonate them all at the same time. So let's go on a map and kind of look at how this looks here. Go ahead and see if he really wants to buy this. Get this sell off real quick. Okay, for some reason people just leave after they do that. So let's get in the map here and showcase how it looks, because I think it's actually really fun. So we're going to the cemetery. We're definitely going to want to get the, let's see what else we want. Yeah, we want some more maps. I'll go this setup. Okay, we got everything. Everything's ready to go. Okay, we're ready to roll. Alright, so let's see how it looks. Mapping, and we'll do a Crucible full of juice. This is tier 16 map. This is kind of our skill tree now. Now I was able to get my clusters. In the previous video I made, I didn't even have clusters. And I kind of pathed and did the power charge tech. I can show a POV for the non-cluster version that I was running, and then this one here. Now this is the one I was going to showcase for the video here today, because I finally got everything that I needed. You know, I could get a new wand. That'd be like 5-6 divines for that. This is a pretty good one, or weapon for the build in its current form. All right. You know what? This MTX is actually really good for the build, because it lets me know when I'm really in danger. When my armor's all the way off, then I know like I'm in trouble. And the clusters really change the mapping because you get a lot more speed. That guy's actually pretty dangerous. The stealth crit dudes are actually pretty. This is fun. This is actually really fun. I really like this. This is my favorite build, man. Oh my gosh. Who would have thought mines would be this fun? Now that I got it actually up and running, it is a whole bunch of fun. Crucible's coming. Crucible's coming. Okay, so we've cleared everything out here. See if I can find a random item here to. Perfect, perfect. Charge up this C-Jack, see what we can get here. We'll do a full charge. Okay. Woo. Whew. That was a full charge on a T16 map with these mods. Let's see, divination card. How nice would that be if we got 2 of brothers? I feel like harvest is pretty standard. Like with the harvest, you got your mines, you can preset all your mines. Final boss drops Orbs of Scouring. Oh, this is one nice map. We got rituals. We got everything on this map. Expedition. Go ahead and pop this Legion here. Look at the clear on the Legion. How? Look at the chain clear. This is on a mine build. Most people think this is like a mine build would be only for bossing, but man, look at this clear. With all the area of effect. Whew. Okay, we got Fusion. Let's see, what do we want to do here? Grab that. Grab that. Grab that. Come all the way around here. Okay, let's see how this goes. Take some damage. Okay, so we got killed by a dot there. So that's the only thing that we gotta watch out for is dots. I'm not 100% bleed immune, and that's like the big thing that gets me. Corrupted blood and bleed immunity. I think I only need one more jewel. Only level 89. Okay. Immunity to cold damage may have been a mistake. So I can't freeze. Okay. content. What do we got here? Drop an additional real orb. Yeah, I'll take it. I need some reorbs. Pretty much the gameplay is very simple. We got our detonate on our move skill. Throw traps, dodge and move. Try not to get hit by dots and AoE. Ooh, another one of these things. Okay. Jump in here and clear this boss out real quick. Let's see if we can one-shot him. Alright. Not bad. There we have it. Pretty clean run, I would say so myself. See what we got here. Okay, nothing good from the Sea Jacks. But yeah, here we have this is pretty much the build. Pretty much you have to ignore the life number here that you see when you're playing, and you look at how your globe looks. See that reserved life? When that goes down and it shows kind of like the shadow of the health going down, that's when you know you're kind of dying. But yeah, the build is really good. With our flask up, we have 14k armor. Got a lot of movement speed. Max resist, we got to work on our chaos resistance. That's like the next thing. But yeah, level 90. And don't forget your MTX. With this MTX, I would say this is very useful because you can visually see your character being in danger. So when you're seeing this going down, you can also see your armor. Anytime my armor's broke, I know to just back off and try to get off screen, pretty much. But yeah, this is the build so far. Maybe I could show some bosses and whatnot, because I'm just now getting my passive tree. My Atlas is just now getting up and running. So I'm going to be getting some Elder Shaper Guardian maps. I'm going to get some Maven stuff and start getting some bossing showcase. Maybe some Abyss boss action. Maybe some Eater. Work up to our Ubers. And yeah, I'll probably be making videos on all of these things to showcase the build. I'm going to be sticking with this build for quite some time to farm and make currency. Next builds I'm going to try is definitely be with the Saboteur as well. Maybe some trigger or cooldown builds. But yeah, I'm really liking the Sabo, to say to speak. This is my third character. And so far, I feel like I've been having a good time on this character, because, and in this league actually, I am really happy with the league. There's a few things that they can fix with the Crucible. You know, the difficulty that they added the little meter that shows how hard it is very helpful, because before I got my build this strong, I had to go 50, 60, 70, 80%, until I got my gear built up. And that's a really cool thing about the Crucible, is you can really see your progress in your character building in terms of completion of the Crucibles. As you get stronger, you'll just start to see how much easy the uniques that come out of it and the monsters that come out of it become. And you'll reach a point where you can just full on juice. And this is under 10 divinations. So this is a 10 div build, I would say under 10 divs, to do full juice Crucible, bossing, mapping, pretty much everything very smoothly and comfortably. And yeah, I'll link the POB, but yeah, Crucible has been great. I like the idea. I like the idea so far. We can make some really cool items. There's some really interesting mechanics with that, and you can make a lot of currency selling the passives and stuff. Make sure to check your inventories and actually look up the passives that you have on your weapons. You may have 50, 60C just sitting in your stash. You don't even know. Because you can combine passive trees. So even if it's like corrupted blood, something good, spectral shield throw and stuff like that, you can sell the bases, and people will buy them so that they can combine them and try to make the god tier passive tree on them. So check your inventories. I see a lot of people having trouble with currency. They say they want the Crucible mobs to drop currency, which they kind of do. They drop these things, and doing these is actually really profitable. Or you can just sell them for a pretty decent price, depending on what you get the rolls for it. But yeah, there we have it, Crucible League. Trade's been having a little trouble because I guess so many people's playing right now. It's pretty wild. A lot of people are liking Crucible. Okay, get some sales here. We got some sales. Let's see here. Arcane Surge. Nice. Making sales. Well, that'd be the video. I don't want to keep it going too long. Just kind of some information on the build and where I'm at in the league so far. And overall, I would say that the league is like really awesome. I really enjoy Crucible. It is a cool concept. I love how you can see your progress as your character builds up. I love the fighting the monsters in the Crucible. Especially in the early game, it was like, oh man, I juiced it up too much and I just couldn't even, beat the monsters. But as you got attuned to it and started learning how it goes, over time you get up to a level where I'm at here now, and you can clear Crucibles pretty easy, clear the maps pretty easy, and yeah, get into farming mode. But yeah, overall, great patch. There's some things they can fix, definitely. I think they can improve. I think Crucible would be even better if you could juice kill the monsters, and it would give you like steward experience, and you would have the Crucible furnace in your base, and then you could do the crafting there instead of like being out in the open map, stopping your entire map to do the craft and the juice and stuff. Maybe at the end of the map, or just having it, in your base where you can bring all your items with all your steward experience and just craft up. But we'll see what they do. But in this current form, I still think it's great, and I think it could get even better with improvements that they make. So there we have it. Let me know in the comments what builds you guys are playing. If you're interested in this build, I've seen some people asking for a POB, so I decided to go ahead and make this video after work today and get that out for you guys, especially if you want to try the build. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you like what you're seeing. And peace.